To sock or not to sock? That is the question. Stay tuned to find out my answer. Hi friends, my name is Diane and this is my Pink Bathtub Knits. Welcome. Welcome to anyone who's new and welcome to my OG subscribers. I am here today to talk to you about fingering weight yarn, also known as superfine 1 or sock yarn. Now, I would never think that I would be sitting here talking to you about this type of yarn because I really have had no intention of ever knitting socks. It's just never been a thing for me. But I have been very recently getting into hand-dyed yarn and the beautiful work that indie dyers are doing. And I've also discovered a project that I can work on. There's many out there that you can make with fingering weight yarn. So, you know, I might try a pair of socks. We'll see. I'm going to share with you my journey of sock yarn because it's kind of been a little bit all over the place. We're going to be talking about how I started getting sock yarn, the Maxim Sock Quarterly Club that I've joined. I'm going to show you that and show you if it's the same or different than what the United States has received. I also purchased the Maxim Mystery Sock Pack. And just up front, I was disappointed and I'm redoing this video because I did it yesterday and I was in a real funk over it and I just didn't like the vibe that I was projecting. So I've had time to reflect, but I am going to share my thoughts. And I purchased a birthday gift for myself, and it is for future knits with sock yarn. And I might have got a couple little extra things in there just to fill up that box. I went to the mailbox this morning in my pajamas. I was that excited. And speaking of pajamas, I want to do a quick shout out to a channel that I have thoroughly been enjoying, Llamas in Pajamas. Now, Jude is the host of that show. She lives in, I believe, Massachusetts. And Jude loves yarn. She loves yarn like I love yarn. So that's the connection with me. She is a crocheter. I'm not sure if she knits, but she's a crocheter and I'm a knitter. And you know what? We've got yarn in common. And if I enjoy people's channels, I will watch them. So I encourage any crocheters that are out there, if you're enjoying my channel, watch it. Her husband is rightfully named Mr. Pajamas, and he does all of the editing for her videos and has appeared from time to time, but they are stellar. I love her honest reaction to yarn. I highly encourage you to check them out. I'm going to put the link to her channel below, Llamas in Pajamas, and do yourself a favor and check them out. So hi, Jude. I will continue watching. I can't wait for your next episode, actually. So on with the sock yarn. It basically started, I mean, I've seen beautiful sock yarn in the past, and then I'm like, oh, superfine what? No, thank you. And I have friends that knit socks that are going to help me with this. So I saw this and I showed you this. I'm just going to talk about it briefly. This Patton's Croy sock yarn. I have always loved this colorway. It's called Blue Striped Rag. And I just decided I'm going to buy it. I bought 2 balls of it because they are smaller gram balls. And so 2 of them will make a full pair of socks. I believe 1 will make a pair of shorties. This is the thing about fingering weight. I am not that educated with it to know, oh, I need so many yards to make this. Whereas, sorry, I have hiccups. Other things, I can just go in a store and, yeah, I know what I need. I know what I need to make things happen. So this is a bit of a learning curve, and in 2024, I'm going to be knitting for myself more. I'm going to do some selfish knitting, and I want to make sweaters too. So that's a big switch from making mittens and different things like that. And I've always felt I'm a little late to the party in most things. Quite often I'm standing out on the sidewalk of the party wondering if I should knock on the door and enter the party. And I'm going to the party now. So, I mean, this is a commercial grade yarn. It's, I believe, often referred to as a workhorse yarn, like a good sturdy sock yarn. Sock yarn has nylon in it, so it's more wearable and durable. And I believe the nylon helps with the lack of pilling, but I could be wrong on that. So this was where it started. And then Hubs did a thing, and that made me kind of open up the door to saying, okay, I guess I'm doing this. So watch this. Here's a cute side story. Hubs went to the store the other week and was buying a birthday present for our nephew. He was buying him a video game, and as you may or may not know, sometimes they're very hard to get, so he was going to multiple stores in the city looking for it. Well, he came home and had found it successfully and said to me, I was going to buy you some, I was in Walmart and I was going to buy you some yarn. I spent like 10 or 15 minutes in that yarn aisle looking at all the yarn, and I wasn't sure what you would use from there. Some of it looked familiar, and I wasn't sure about your color, so I didn't buy you any yarn. Well, that's kind of like saying to me, I'm going to take you to the circus and not taking me to the circus. I did say to him, you know, if you ever buy anything, you can always keep the receipt and I can exchange it for something else. But he did have something behind his back. And he said, well, I didn't buy you any yarn, but I bought you this. He bought me some double-pointed needles, and they're 2.75 millimeter needles. And I said, what's this? He goes, well, you need these needles to knit your socks, don't you? And then I looked at the Croy's yarn that I had bought earlier that I had commented on about the thinness, and the recommended needle size was 2.75 millimeter. He does listen. He's so cute. Hubs basically took me to a local yarn store after making a very large purchase for himself and said, buy whatever you want, I'm buying. And because I don't go to fancy schmancy yarn stores, like I buy most of my yarn online, and it's 99% for my little mini business, my maker business. So it's always acrylic wool blend commercial yarns. I felt very overwhelmed, and I didn't want him to spend a lot of money because that's just my nature. And I had ended up picking a hat kit, which to me was an easy decision because, okay, I know what I'm going to make with this, but because again, I am not familiar with the yardage and how much I need to make what. So I bought this, or he bought this beautiful kit which has mohair and hand-dyed fingering yarn and held together to make a hat. It came with the pattern and it has a cute pom-pom. The floodgates have now opened up. Then I was online and just so you know, quick announcement, this is how my brain works. I apologize. Hopefully you can keep up with me. I do not have my Mary Maxim Knit Club of the month for August. I did mess up my subscription by pausing it I paused it because I saw some sort of cotton top that was opened in the United States. You guys always get your stuff a month ahead of Canada. So because my previous one, which was my first one, I got the identical item a month later. So logically, Diane thought, well, this is how it works. And I'm not good at surprises, so I always look for those videos. So I paused it thinking, well, I've got plenty of time. They're not going to send me this. And they sent me the kit anyway, because I paid a month in advance. So this month I didn't pay. So I'll get it in September again. But the thing is, and I've learned this, that Canada does not always get the same items in the kit as the US does, as I'm going to show you, because I signed up for the Mary Maxim Quarterly Sock Club. It is really good value. It's $12.99 a month plus $6.99 shipping and handling. So it's just under $21, and you get it 4 times a year. And when I signed up, it said the next time was October the 1st. So I thought, well, I've missed the deadline. I'm just gonna prepay like I did for the knit club, and I'll get it in October. But they sent me my package right away. So I was a little confused, but I accepted it. And the reason why I signed up for it was because I saw Ross on Smells Like Yarn, and he had opened up his sock kit, and it had the Mary Maxim merino wool in it, in the hank. I think it was a hand-dyed one. And I thought, I wouldn't mind a little bit of that. And I thought it was kind of good value, and I thought, I'm gonna do it. So I did it. But I got something else, and I'm not unhappy about it. This is the happy portion of the show. We'll get to the other part in a bit. So Ribs Galore Socks was the exact same pattern that he received. But if you watch his videos, his sock was blue, and this is purple because my yarn was different. The pattern was the same. And what they sent me was 2 balls of this Queensland Sunshine Coast, Queensland collection. So 2 cakes of this, and it is a superwash merino and bamboo blend. It is a 3 weight. I always thought when you made socks it was a fingering weight, and to me it looks thin, like actually looks bigger on camera. Oh. To me, when I touch it, it looks thin. But I was talking to my friend who's a sock knitter, and she says it'll probably poof up. It has 290 yards per cake, so like 580 yards, which seems like a lot for socks. Again, what do I know about socks? Will I make socks? I don't know. But it's a 3 weight, and so we'll see how that goes. So then I thought, and again, I have a very large Mary Maxim gift card that was gifted to me for my retirement, like quite large, like I was still shocked. Did I have a problem spending it? No. In fact, I just finished spending it on another purchase that I'm going to be sharing with you at a later date. And it focuses all on premier brand yarn. So I'm excited because I actually just got that today, and I was pretty happy. But this is about sock yarn, friends. So then I decided I went in and I looked to see what kind of sock yarn they had. I am also getting a whole bunch of minis because I'm doing an advent calendar, and here's the announcement. I am getting the Pickle Jar for my birthday. So it has shipped. I'm patiently face up against the window like a dog waiting for it to arrive. So thank you, Hubs, for my birthday gift. So back to Mary Maxim. So I went on their website and I looked at all of their what kind of sock yarn they used. And because I didn't get the Mary Maxim brand of nicer sock yarn, I thought I would purchase a couple. And I do have a specific thing in mind for this, which I will share with you. So I got 2 hanks, different colors of this Mary Maxim Silk Merino. Now I can't remember if it said it was hand dyed. Now this looks very familiar too. It's darker, but it's another gray. It's actually called charcoal on their website. Looks kind of familiar to the welcome hank that I received from Aberdeen's Wool for my advent calendar. That was a lighter gray, but this is a number 1 super fine yarn, and it has merino, wool, nylon, and silk in it. Approximately 450 yards. It is made in Turkey, 65% merino, 25% nylon, 10% recycled silk. And it is called charcoal. It doesn't say the name on it. 2.25 to 3.25 millimeter knitting needle recommended. And then the other color I got, which I just loved it online, is this beautiful, this is called Rock Quarry. I just thought this brown was amazing. So I treated myself to 2 of these. They are marked down in their clearance. They're regular $24.99 marked down to $16.99. And when I made this purchase, I also had a 10% off coupon for my entire order. So I think I came to $15.25, and I had free shipping. And the last thing in that order is my disappointment. Now, some of you may or may not know about my Mary Maxim mystery yarn. I know I haven't talked about it for a while, and I had a hard time getting over it. In the United States, they have amazing Mary Maxim mystery bags. And the product that you receive is product that they generally actively sell on their website. And the product I received was not one of them was available to purchase on their website. So I felt very miffed. It was a lot of it was in 75% of it was Easy Knit brand, which is, I've just discovered our local Walmart is selling some of it. But I thought I want to start collecting some sock yarn for some projects that I have in mind. And I, $24.99, it says for the sock mystery pack in Canada, you will get enough yarn to make 3 pairs of socks of premium, remember that word, premium sock yarn. So I ordered it, and lo and behold, they sent me, I got one of these already in my other mystery bag, my infamous Easy Knit yarn. 3 of them. The colors are nice. I gifted this to my friend Alice from Socksy Nana Alice. She is now called Needles to Pins. I'm going to link her below. She is my go-to person about things about socks and sweaters, which I'm going to be picking that brain a lot in the near future. And so I gifted this to her when I received it in my mystery bag, because I thought there's no way I need sock yarn, and look at me now buying sock yarn. So what am I doing? And she made 2 pairs of shorties from this, and she showed it on her channel. She held it together with another yarn because of the way the pattern was. So I gave her a call. I was really miffed. And I asked her, what'd you think of that yarn? And she said it was fine. It was commercial grade sock yarn. It wasn't the highest quality, but it wasn't brutal. And she said because it has nylon in it, it should wear fine, and she'll report back and let me know. But I am going to be making toys and other things with this because I bought myself a gift. So I'm not nearly as angry as I was yet. Like, I was really annoyed. In fact, I emailed Mary Maxim, and I just basically said to them, why does none of your mystery bags have any of the active products you sell? Now, I'm not expecting 3 balls of this in your sock mystery bag, but I am, you could have gave me one of these. You could have you have other yarn that's a Mary Maxim brand sock yarn, more reasonably priced. And I think it's only a benefit to you and your customers if they receive a product that you actively sell, because they're going to want to come back and buy more of it. Like, you don't even sell this on your website. Where are you getting this yarn? And, you know, I can return this at my own cost, but that's the cost that's how much it costs me. It's going to cost me at least $25 just to return this in Canada. So I'm going to buckle up and use it. And I will never buy a Mary Maxim Mystery anything again. I like a lot of their products. I have been supporting them wholeheartedly and sharing some of their products with you. And that was it. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I did it. Shame on me. Like, this is what you get in Canada in your mystery bags from Mary Maxim. So I'm curious, friends, anyone watching from Canada, if you have bought any sort of mystery bags from Mary Maxim, what did you get? What did you get in it? Were you happy with it? Because I am noticing the United States, I mean, they're getting glimmer yarn. They're actively selling that on their site. Where's this yarn coming from? That's my rant. A much nicer, kinder rant than it was yesterday. I didn't want to turn anyone off because I was in a funk. So what am I going to make? What am I going to make with this sock yarn? Well, as I mentioned, I'm getting a whole bunch of minis coming to me. So I am definitely going to use some of them for a sweater of some kind for me, or some sort of a wearable. I'm not 100% sure yet. Not looking forward to weaving in all those ends, but we'll figure it out. But here is what I bought for myself that arrived today that ensued me to go to the mailbox in my pajamas. I mean, it was a t-shirt and pajama pants. It was fine. I bought myself a book, Mouche and Friends by Cinthia Vallet. Seamless toys to knit and love. Now, I'm going to show you a few of the photos. I haven't really had much of a chance to go through them, but they have cute little outfits on. So a lot of these kind of sock yarns, like this would make a cute little top. This pink will be great for this pig. I mean, it's just so cute. Like, even this would be a cute little dress on a little animal. So I love making toys, and the reason why I love making toys is, maybe I'm a bit of a lazy knitter, but I don't really like making gauge swatches. And so that's why I'm a little nervous about making a sweater. Like, all that work, is it gonna fit me? But toys are just so cute, and no two are alike, and I am just super thrilled about this. I've been coveting this book for a while. Now, this, I originally went to Lane Purchasing. The designer lives in France, and she has, I'll put her information below. She has individual patterns. She has a Ravelry and an Etsy. I'm pretty sure she has an Etsy store. So I'll put some information about her below and about the book. But I had a heck of a time finding this in Canada. It's not on Amazon or anything like that. It is a bit more of an expensive book, but I feel you get what you pay for, because if you were to buy all of her patterns, I think this is a better value. It was $48 Canadian, and I had to go to like a local yarn store's shop, online shop, to find it. And I'm not disappointed. I'm thrilled. I can't wait to start buying. I've been buying enough. I can't wait to start using this book. So I bought this from the Fibre Nook out of Edmonton, Alberta. I've never ordered from them before, but it was one of the few companies that I saw that had it in stock, and they only had 2 of them, and I just had to. Happy birthday, Diane. Like, this is from me to me. Does that make sense? Yeah. I bought this for me. As you would on a website, I bought just a couple other things to complement this purchase, because I'm gonna need them. I bought myself a few minis in lovely solid colors. Now these, like, they're beautiful. They're just like, oh my God, I gotta stop. So these are 60% merino wool, 30% Maxim wool, which I've never heard of, 10% mohair, and they're 30 meters, so they're 33 yards, but I feel like they would really be good finishing, like they would be good to make the jackets or the clothing with. And they're $5.99 each, so I thought, well, I'm gonna pick them up. And then I also just bought one of these Sheepies Invicta Extra. Now I didn't get the color I thought I ordered, but when I looked at the number, I must have clicked on the wrong color. I thought I was getting a brown. So these two things are going to be for the animals as well to make. And I could even make a sweater with this. So I am super stoked about that. And Hubs bought me those needles. I mean, it is a good day. It's a good day. I also received in the little pack from the Fibre Nook, and I will link their information below. I mean, who doesn't like a little extras? I got a little bit of wool wash from them. And I got this cute little measuring tape. Who doesn't need measuring tape? So what kind of things do you like to make with fingering weight yarn? If you have any good suggestions, I know there's sweaters out there that take fingering weight yarn. Put them in the comments below. And please, if you're from Canada, let me know about your Mary Maxim experience. I'm quite curious. It's so cute, I know. I just can't. I hope you are enjoying whatever you are knitting on, crocheting on, spinning on, whatever you want to make. We're all melded together with Yarn Friends, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.